Hello, YouTube. What's up? This is Zero Nation, and for the video, I will be doing a review based on the Wonder Woman movie. But time for me, the Wonder Woman movie is actually a good movie in my opinion. And this movie getting too much hate, in my opinion, it just gets too much hate. Because for me, I think some people just hating on the movie just to hate on it, and some people don't even have no type of Some people have no type or reason why to hate the movie, in my opinion, because in my opinion, the movie has structure in it. The movie was a good structure movie, in my opinion. But if y'all got questions, y'all can put it down below. If you got questions or not and stuff. Because like time for me and for the movie, in my opinion, some people might not like me saying it's a good movie, but for me, it's actually a good movie. It's actually it's actually a good average movie in my opinion. And plus, this 1984 movie is way better than some Marvel movies, and some people might not want to admit it. But just in my opinion, if you if you can actually look at this movie objectively and not try to put your own politics in your review, you can actually adjust this movie to um your fair critic grade, in my opinion. But the thing is, if y'all got questions for me, time for this movie and stuff like that, in my opinion, because my opinion, I actually like the movie, but I had some problems with it. But I actually like it. But in my opinion, I am still trying to figure out. It. I think the guy is dead, but the thing is that Wishing Stone still was able to be active. But I thought if the guy is dead, I thought I just thought, in my opinion, the guys were dead and stuff like that. Dead and stuff like that. Like the stone couldn't be active like that. But seeing like the stone's still active, it still seems like the gods might not be dead as the Amazons think, in my opinion. But that's just me. That's just me, in my opinion about it. But some people might not like me for saying it. But sure, that's just me. Yeah. But the thing about it, some people might not like me saying it's a good movie. But it's just time for me. I think the movie actually is a good movie. Some people might not like me saying it, but it is actually a good hearted movie in my opinion. But some people just might say like I just being a fanboy. Me, I'm not being a fanboy over the Wonder Woman movie. Wonder Woman, in my opinion, but things y'all can put y'all just can put y'all opinion down. Just doing a live chat. If y'all got questions for me, because like time for me, I think the movie's actually good, but it's not the best movie in the DCEU, in my opinion. But the movie still is good. But the movie still is good in my opinion. And Patty Jenkins is actually a good, um, she actually a real good director in my opinion. But the thing about some people might not agree with me, time for that point. Sure, that just me. Sure, that just me thinking that the movie is good. But time for me, the questions I had for this movie was like, if the my question for the movie had was, it if the wishing stone still was active, then it, then on time for my opinion, wouldn't the god still be alive if it's it should be alive, isn't it? Because shoot, that's just me. But time for me is like if the guy is dead, then shouldn't the artifacts not work if they're dead? But should that just me and my opinion about the whole thing? But the thing about some people might not agree with me time for that, but shoot, that's just me. But the time for me right there, I think the movie should have been that all this criticism shouldn't be going towards it, in my opinion. Because thing about some people just might think that that's I just being a fanboy for me saying it's not a bad movie. But for me, I don't care what people think. But it's just time for me is like I actually think the movie is a good movie in my opinion. It's actually a good movie in my opinion, but shoot, that's just me. But then about some people just might think I'm being a fanboy. Some people might think that I'm not I'm not being objective. Some people might think that I just speaking up for the director. But for me, I like the director. Plus, I like the first Wonder Woman movie, in my opinion. But the first Wonder Woman movie was good, and the third act of the last movie had more of it that was good, was better than this one, I think, in my opinion. But the thing is, but shucks, I got some questions about certain parts of the story. If y'all got questions, whoever looking at it, whoever looking at this on live stream, y'all can type your questions down below. If y'all got questions about the Wonder Woman movie and anything like that, because like some of my questions would have been let me see. Some of my questions is some of my questions I got was if the artifact could have worked, that means the God's not dead. But the thing is, they still saying the God's dead, which don't make no sense in my opinion. But you look at this movie that has some comedy in it. I like some of the comedy, and plus some people had some criticism about the how can I say they had some criticism about just by way she used her lasso wasn't good. The thing is that I think her lasso was actually used good in my opinion. It's actually good, but some people might not agree with me with that. Because for me, the fight choreography that was it wasn't the best, but it still was good. But you look at the beginning of the movie when Bill Diana was in the beginning. How can I say? It was in the beginning of the movie and stuff like that, in my opinion. But some people might not like for saying it, but shoot, that's just me. Some people might not like me saying that this movie is actually in this movie is better than Captain Marvel. But y'all might not agree with me with saying that. But this movie is actually better than Captain Marvel, and this movie better than Captain Marvel in my opinion. But some people might not agree with me with that. Shucks. But that's just me, in my opinion about it. But but just in my opinion, but just in my opinion, some people might not like me saying it's better than Captain Marvel, and this is not the worst movie of the DCEU. It's not because anybody, I hear some people, I hear some people keep on saying it's the worst DCEU movie in my opinion, but it's not in my opinion. But shoot, that's just me because shoot that just my opinion. It's not the best one out of mine. It's not the best one I got. It's not the best movie that I could think of. It's not the worst. Because I probably got to look up what's all the DCEU movies that come out so far. Let me see. I'm looking up right now. All the DC movies, DCEU movies. Um, Let me see. Because these people keep on saying it's the worst DCEU movie, but it's not. But it's dumb for me to say it's the worst DCEU movie, but it's not the worst DCU movie that I've seen. Cause sure, it make no sense in my opinion. It made no sense in my opinion for them to say it made no sense for them to say it's the worst DCU movie, but it's not. But sure, that's just not the worst DC. That because the worst DCU movie I seen, because the worst DCU movie I seen. Let me see. Let me see. Chronology. Um, it said the look at DC Wonder Woman 84. They got Man of Steel, got Batman movies, which make no sense. Suicide Squad, Justice League, and Aquaman, and Shazam, Birds of Prey. Wait a minute. Yep, that's the worst movie. The Birds of Prey. The Birds of Prey to me is the worst movie in DCEU, but some people might not like me saying it, but it is. Yo, shoot, that's just me. But this is the worst movie in DCEU to me. The worst movie in DCEU that I got. Because it make no sense to me for them to say the Wonder Woman is the worst movie in DCU, but it's not. It's and plus the DCU movie I like the most. These are the movies I like the most. And I like the Man of Steel movie. I like that one. That's one of the best DCU movies I see. And Wonder Woman 84 is a good movie, but Green Lantern is not part of the DC. Why do people keep on counting Green Lantern as part of the DCU, but it's not? Because the Green Lantern was made before the DCU even start, but they say later on in the news they're supposed to start the DCU, but it didn't, but it failed, it flopped. Then it started over just with a Man of Steel, if I'm right. In my opinion, it started over at that one. But sure, that's just in my opinion. But sure, that's just my opinion about the movie. I like the movie. I get a movie. Let me see. Peter Marvel, the Wonder Woman movie is a B minus. That is my Wonder Woman movie. That is my grade for it. But let's just get to some of the fight choreography at the end of the movie. The fight choreography at the end of the movie, in my opinion, was not the best. But it still was good, but it wasn't the best. But in my opinion, I I think that Wonder Woman Cheetah probably should have did a little bit more hand to hand combat. But some people might not like me saying that. But the thing is, this should have had a little bit more hand to hand combat in my opinion. But some people might not agree with me for saying that. But but it's just time for me. If they would have had a little bit more hand to hand combat, it would have been better and it would have been good. In my opinion, because you look at the character of Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is the Amazon. She know how to use swords. She know how to use shield. She know how to use martial arts. If you know her background, just think about the Wonder Woman actually know how to do know how to do martial arts. But some people might not agree with me with that. But the thing is, it's how it is. That she is a martial arts armor warrior, in my opinion. But some people might not like me for saying that this movie is actually a good movie. But for me, I am sticking with this movie being good. But some people might not agree with me with saying it's actually a good movie. But then it's thing about me is like I don't care about just what people say. I'm just go by my own gut. I think the movie's good. Some people might not like me for saying it, but for me, it's actually a good movie. My opinion. Like it or not, it's actually good in my opinion. But the thing about it, I don't care what people say about Wonder Woman or anything like that. But for me, I like it. And plus I'm about to see let us see the world of DC moving order. Let's just try to share this screen right here just to see. Oh man, I hope this thing actually working because the article had the order just of the Wonder Woman stuff and put the whole DCEU in my opinion, because you look at the whole DCEU as a whole, the Wonder Woman movie should come first, I think, in my opinion, but some people might not agree with me with that. But the thing is, the whole Wonder Woman timeline just would have fitted. But that's just me, in my opinion. But some people might not like me saying that the Wonder Woman stuff probably go first. But if you look at the movies, Wonder Woman 1 go first, Wonder Woman 84 is second, then Man of Steel, then Batman v Superman, if you look at let's see, yeah, then you look at Shazam, it's the future. No, it wasn't Shazam. It was Aquaman. After Aquaman, it was Shazam. Shazam, yeah. Those 6 movies came out so far, but the other movies supposed to come out supposed to be like it supposed to be like the other movies will come out supposed to be Black Adam. I know Black Adam coming out. I know they're filming dang, what other movie they filming? They're filming Batman. No, yeah, the Black Adam, Batman. They're filming Flashpoint. Then the other movie coming out supposed to be a Static Shock movie, but I don't know how true that is. But I'm not sure how true that is. But some people be lying, some people don't. But that's just me. But time for me, like like my only questions that I have for this movie coming out, the third one that come out, I want to, I want to know if the gods could come back, if the gods could come back, how would they do it, and who would they cast with Zeus and everybody else that's up in this series that that was in the Justice League movie. So you like the Zeus that wasn't a Justice League movie? I actually like that Zeus. That Zeus is actually good. I like him. That was a real good movie in my opinion for Zeus. But some people might not like saying that was a good movie. But Justice League, I liked it. But it wasn't a bad movie, but I liked it. and plus some other things. I had questions about, but plus the other thing I had questions about, if y'all can answer them, was like, is it sound like the description at one when I read talking about some the monkey's paw and stuff like that. They didn't even explain what that's supposed to mean. They didn't even explain nothing. But that just me and my shoot. That just me and my little questions that I had, because like certain things had this movie was good. Certain things that had me they had me confused at certain points, because you look at the it was good, but it actually confuses me at certain point. It had me confused, like to a whole certain point, man. It had me confused, man, because this movie had me confused at a whole certain point, in my opinion. That it had me confused about it had me confused about if she knew that wasn't the body swap thing when it had like Chris Pine some else's body. That didn't bother me. That bothered some people, but man, shoot, that just didn't bother me, in my opinion. That didn't bother me, but it bothered a whole lot of other people. That is sensitive to a certain point. I understand some people have a problem with it, but for me, I didn't. That's just me. Come me in the comments if you got a problem with it, anything like that. Just put in the comments on live stream, or just after the live stream over. Y'all can put it down below. But just for me, in my opinion, based on this Wonder Woman movie thing, now my just review of it is actually a good movie. It had heart, it had some comedy in it. I agree with that. It had comedy, some of the MCU. I agree with that. If anybody said that in the comments, I agree with it. It had comedy and everything else like that. It had a little lighthearted tone. I understand that. But the thing is, this was the 80s. In the 80s was a different time. But some people, once they read the title of the movie was Wonder Woman 1984. And you should expect stuff from the 80s and from the movie that have the tone just like the 80s. Because the 80s and 70s was not dark times. It had some dark stuff happening, but it wasn't like real dark times. Sound like the other times probably was like back in slavery and everything else like that. Now that was dark times. If they would have made a one of them would back on that day, that would have been a dark movie with no comedy hardly at nothing. That would have been dark times if they would try to make a movie based on that, in my opinion. But for me, time for my opinion, hmm, I actually I actually like this movie, in my opinion. But some people might not agree with me by saying they like the movie. But for me, this movie is actually a real good, entertaining movie. It was funny. It was funny, entertaining, but they actually give me something to cheer for. And plus, you look at the end of the movie. If you look at this movie, Cheetah, I like Cheetah, and plus I like Barbara. No, and plus I like Kristen Wiig performance as Barbara Novera. I think. I hope I'm saying it right. That her character was actually a powerful character in this movie, because her and Diana had a friendship. Then she actually tried to be like Diana. Then she lost. She lost her humanity. She lost her joy for people. Everything else like that. Because it seemed like she lost her joyfulness for her to try to be somebody else. I think, in my opinion, if she tried to be somebody else and she lost a part of herself. But that's just me, my opinion. But some people might not agree with me of me saying that. But shoot, just for me, that's what I think happened. She lost part of herself, tried to be somebody else. When you try to be somebody else and you can't be yourself, you always gotta lose part of yourself. And that was part of the part of the lesson I think this movie was try to convey is actually say that the truth might hurt sometimes, but the truth for the truth. I think in this opinion, like Princess Diana just had she faced the truth at the White House just Barbara just had several beat up her everything else like that, and she was leaning on the wall, and this when Barbara asked her, what did you lose?" And she couldn't answer, and that when Barbara walked out and went with how can I say, she went with Maxwell Lord to just a military base just for hope for war and hope for like nuclear stuff, everything like that. But that's just me, in my opinion. But me, in my opinion, I don't think this movie is actually a bad movie. I think this movie is a B minus, like I said. Because this movie might not be the best movie, but this movie still is good. But some people might not agree with me for saying it's a good movie. But me, I don't care what they agree with it or not, because this movie is actually it's a good, entertaining movie in my opinion. But shoot, if you don't like me saying it, I don't care. It's actually a good movie. It's actually a good, entertaining movie in my opinion. But if you don't like my opinion based on a movie, anything else like that, then you can actually type your opinion down below if you think this movie is bad or not like that, and just try to explain yourself down below in the comments or just up in here in the live stream. If you could, you could. You can't. You can't. You can't. And this movie, and plus some kind of, and some people might not like me for saying this, but this is actually a really good entertaining movie. This is an entertaining, funny movie in my opinion. It's actually funny, but but the thing about it, people was complaining about tone in this movie, but you look at the MCU. The MCU got problems dealing with tone in their movies, and some people might not like me for saying this, but the MCU tone in movies don't make no sense half of the time, because you look at half the characters should be but half people should be that should be.
Hi y'all, how are you? Yeah, right now, like I'm like having issues and I can't even get them together long enough to turn my camera on. So right now you're gonna see Mango, and you're gonna see Joe, and that's just gonna be cute with that.
And this movie right here seems like it's gonna be an entertaining movie. This was an entertaining movie, funny and serious at the same time. Because you look at this Wonder Woman movie, this Wonder Woman movie actually has stakes in it. This Wonder Woman movie had more stakes than some M- MCU movies. Let me say it again: this MCU movie is better than this MCU movie is better. This MCU movie is better than Captain Marvel. The DC movie is better than Captain Marvel. Wonder Woman 1 and 2 is better than Captain Marvel. But some people might not agree with me with saying it. But the thing is, if you could, how could I say this? If you could explain to me down below the reason why it's better than Captain Marvel, it is definitely worse than Captain Marvel, then you could. If you can't, then you can't. But please try to explain to me the reason why you think this movie not better than Captain Marvel. Explain to me that, because this movie is better than Captain Marvel. This movie, it's better than Captain Marvel to me though. It's way better than Captain Marvel. But some people might not agree with me for saying it, because this movie had more. It had the the main actress in the story had more personality. And plus, I like Brie Larson as one of my characters and stuff like that in the movie. I like her, but some people might not agree with me saying I like her, but I still like her. But some people might not like me for saying it though, because this movie actually is a good movie. I actually like this movie though, but but just for me, I actually like it. But if y'all don't, y'all could and y'all can tell me down below, respectfully, the reason why you didn't like certain certain story points in this movie. But for me, it's actually a good movie. I think, in my opinion, I give it a B minus, as I say before. And YouTube, I will be ending this live stream, starting up another one just for my other topics. I gotta be typing down below. Then I see y'all later. I see y'all next video. I think I but time for me now. I actually liked it though. I see y'all later though. On YouTube, I will see y'all later. Based on this review right here, then I was sorry for just another live stream. If y'all got questions about my channel and anything else like that, I will start just no live stream and deal with that. Then I'll see y'all later and see y'all. I'll see y'all next live stream coming up in about 15 minutes or less.